Alright everyone, welcome to the first episode of Cooking with Sam. Today, we're gonna make the most lovely ramen you've ever seen in your life. And for this, we'll be using this package of ramen right here, which I had to get from a specialty store in Japan because it's Korean. I guess they don't have this kind of ramen in Japan. But, no problem. First, let's get some veggies. Alrighty, so today I've selected one egg. That'll be good. Eggplant. Purple and healthy. This is some mushrooms that I had left over from the other day. Always try to store your mushrooms in some place where they won't go bad. We've got some deep fried tofu, so that'll taste good. I've also got these kind of mushrooms. I may or may not use those. We'll see how I feel. And finally, kimchi. Because if you're making Korean food, you gotta use kimchi, right? Away. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get some water in your pot. So let's try to make sure we use... Fortunately, I have a filter on my faucet here, so I don't have to use tap water. Well, it is tap water, but it's not the same old tap water that you normally get. Alright. That's a little too much water. Fill the water up to about there, and then put it on the boil. Too bad we don't have a propane burner or a gas burner, but this electric one will do the trick. Now, the first thing I'm going to want to do is cut up some eggplant. You can really cut this eggplant up in any way that you want, but I'm going to show you the way that I like to do it because, hey, this is Cooking with Sam, isn't it? Alrighty. Wow, this is quite a tough little thing to get off here, isn't it? Just gotta pull that. These elastic bands can give you quite a hard time if you don't have experience with them before. But you gotta have a nice airtight seal, otherwise your veggies are gonna go bad. And that is not going to be fun. Oh, look, I've ripped my bag. Oh, well. Ugh. So we'll select this piece of eggplant. And today, I think I'm going to cut them in long, thin slices. The bum of the eggplant I don't need, so I'll cut that off. Try to save as much of the vegetable as you can, though. Oops, it is. Now, in Japan, you've got many different kinds of garbage. This kind of garbage here will go in combustibles. Alright. Slice it in half so that you have a nice flat surface to work with. And then just slice it up into nice thin pieces. Yep, see how I'm doing that? You at home can do this too. Especially if you want a nice, healthy, easy to prepare meal. I'll do this guy as well. Awesome. These are going to taste absolutely fantastic in our ramen today. Now, next, I will... Oh, let's do the deep-fried tofu. I find that this really adds an extra level of flavor to my ramen. So, you just take them like this, and I think the theme is long, thin slices, because since you're already using chopsticks to pick up your noodles, you're going to want other long, thin things in your ramen. Whoops, daisies. Long, thin. That's the theme of today. Finally, I'll grab some kimchi as well, I suppose. Now, kimchi does have a tendency to stain your cutting board, but I really don't care. And put that on there. A lot of people will just toss the kimchi directly into their ramen, but I find that it's much better if you slice it up into smaller pieces first. You see, if you do it like that, it'll cook more evenly, and you'll be guaranteed a flavor that amalgamates more into the entire dish. So that's what we're aiming for here, amalgamation. Optimal amalgamation. Now, you'll notice that my cutting skills are extremely proficient. For those at home that don't have cutting skills as proficient as my own, be careful, because you don't want to cut your fingers now, do you? Alright, last but not least, mushrooms. I don't think I need to use both kinds of mushrooms, but which ones should I use? Which one do you guys think I should use? The enoki or the... I don't know what these are called. Well, what do you think? I'll choose these ones. Why? Because I haven't opened this package yet. That's why. These we can easily reseal. Plus, I had these the other time I made ramen, and they were quite delicious. You can just pretty much rip them off from their base there. They're a little bit slimy, but I think that's just the nature of the mushroom. And I'll take this big guy here as well. Oh, Jesus, he ever slimy. Alright. Seal that back up. And I'm just going to kind of remove the bottom part of them because that's where they connected to the ground or whatever type of substance they were growing in. And so there might be some kind of cesium or whatever it may be in that section of the mushroom. Okie dokers. Now that you've got the preparation done, you can just basically toss them into your pot. Too bad I can't get some on-screen action for that. Sorry. Now, when you start doing that, the temperature of your water is going to decrease quite rapidly. That's why I had them on the highest heat there. But don't worry. The temperature will soon come back up, and you'll be able to do all kinds of great things. Okie dokers. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of sesame oil. I won't put that directly in the soup because the high heat will destroy the fragile flavors that are in this oil. Also, I'm going to use some dashi because the flavor that comes in this package on its own is just a little bit bland. So we're just going to spice it up a little bit to make sure it has a deeper, smoky flavor. And that's what the dashi brings there. You can find dashi anywhere in Japan, and if you don't live in Japan, you may have to visit a specialty store, but just figure it out. You're, a grown-up, I believe. You're fully capable. Now, just going to turn my temperature down to 4. For those at home, that's going to be roughly about 325 degrees centigrade. Just kidding, I have no idea how hot it is. I'm also going to use this. For those that can read Japanese, you know what it says, and for those that can't, it says kare. So, kare. It's a curry flavored something or other. And that'll just add a little extra layer of flavor, making our whole dish come together quite nicely, I presume. Oh, alright. Some of you may have seen my video where I made a big mistake when I made okonomiyaki and the flour just went everywhere. Not going to make that mistake today. That's why I've got scissors. Scissors in Japanese? Hasami. Remember that one. Scissors. Hasami. Okie dokers. Now, this package includes a bunch of different things. It includes, obviously, the dried mushrooms and seaweed and carrots, or whatever it may be. It includes the flavor, full of delicious monosaturated, or MSG. Monosodium glutamate. That's what that is. And it also has a little piece of seaweed. That's basically just to give another layer of depth to the flavor. It's kind of like adding a bay leaf to French cuisine. Alrighty, I'll throw that one in right now. I'll also put the dried veggies in right now. Now, this MSG here, although delicious, is known to cause colon cancer, so you really need to be careful about how much you put in. And try not to have a meal like this every day, or at least not every meal of the day, because then you're probably going to die. So if you can see how much is in there now, I'll just add some to my dish, and I'll leave about that much left in the container. This, I'll just throw it in the garbage. Alrighty. Make sure you kind of keep your area clean here as well. This spatula, well, we're not going to use it. Scissors go back where they came from. A little more combustible garbage here. Now, with a spoon, I'm just going to dig into this curry sauce here and take an ever so small amount and dump it right on in. at this point we can stir up our ramen concoction a little bit, and I think I'm going to also add my egg. Ooh, there we go, perfect. A lot of people don't like to have their egg raw and jiggly and all gross like that, and I'm one of those people, so I add it first, long before I ever throw the actual noodles in. And I recommend you do that as well, because eggs can lead to salmonella if their outsides are contaminated with bacteria of some kind. So just be careful. Don't want to get salmonella there. This ramen noodle thing here is considerably large, and many people decide to break it in half and only use that one half, throw the other half in the garbage. I think that's a bit of a waste myself, but, you know, if you add a lot of veggies, you'll definitely be able to feel full and satisfied with only half of this package. I'll use the whole thing. Let me just grab some chopsticks. Now, although it may seem like I'm working with a nice clean area, the truth... Oh, geez, Louise. The truth is, well, I'm working with quite a dirty area here, and I'm going to have to clean these chopsticks before I proceed any further. So let me just do that. Clean these chopsticks up nice and good. And I'll give you guys a nice shot of my foot while I do that. Hopefully that's entertaining enough for you. Okie dokers. Now you can see that the creation is really getting going here. Flip this over. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't that look good already? Just try to really amalgamate the noodles into the rest of the dish, because amalgamation is the key here. We'll make sure everything comes together nice and delicious. Yes, we do. Okay. Now, you'll see that the noodles are still quite hard. We call that al dente, which means hard, or something. Well, I'll look that up for you and tell you what it means another day. But for now, it just means not too soft. Turn my burner off there. You can see that's off. And finally, I'll turn the entire contraption off there. Okie dokies. We're ready to put the noodles into our bowl. Who's ready? Who's ready for this? You'll see it's still boiling even though I've taken it off the burner. And you just slowly tilt it over there, pour it in, and hey, look what you got. Oh, goodness. Now, this will be my breakfast today because I typically wake up quite late and work up quite an appetite by the time I get around to making any food. But this type of a dish is suitable for lunch, dinner, or even a snack as well. So don't feel restricted by the time of day. Make whatever your heart desires. Put the curry back in the fridge. Alrighty, now we're ready for our final step. Yes, that's right, I haven't forgotten about the sesame oil. Just use your thumb to block off the opening a little bit and drizzle some of that over the top. This eggplant will go back in the fridge as well as it can. Now, of course we'll need something to drink, and since we're in Japan, we'll have a traditional Asian-style drink. This is cold milk tea. This means gyunyu milk, I think. Or actually, I cannot verify these kanji because, well, I just don't quite know that many kanji yet. And this is tea for sure. So, anyways, it's a delicious drink, and you can take my word for that. Pour a little bit into a glass for myself, and also the sweet flavor of this tea, along with the fattiness from the milk, will work well as a palate cleanser for the somewhat spicy ramen. With that, you're ready to enjoy a completely nutritiously balanced meal. All right, everyone. I'll see you next time on Cooking with Sam. Bye-bye.